This week, Ryan Dungey turns 40 while Ken Roczen gets his first. Musquin and Martin split him up with Nelson coming on strong. What's 200ths of a second look like? This. PJ's back with something all new. We drag race up a hill in the blink of an eye. Can Russell run the table again, or will Sipes start something new? And the McGill-Fowler ATV battle rages on. All that and more only on the Racer X Show. Hi, and welcome to the Racer X Show. I'm Greg. Thanks for joining our racing highlights and news show. We're pumped to be bringing you another AMA Pro Racing discipline, Hillclimb. We should have that all year long. But we're trying to get you up to speed on all forms of power sports racing as quickly as possible. So let's get going.
The Racer X Show with Greg White is being presented by Acheruby's Soul and Passion, and by Yoshimura, the leader in performance exhausts.
Let's start the show with the motocross segment presented by Acheruby's, where the big news since we saw you last, Geico Honda's Eli Tomac out the rest of the season with a shoulder injury, the result of this huge get-off from Moto2 at Thunder Valley. So that's left the rest to scrap it out for the championship. To Jason Wygant and Grant Langston with the highlights.
The venerable Muddy Creek Raceway in Blountfield, Tennessee welcomes you to round 4 of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing and the Red Bull Tennessee National. Race recap. Great start by the Yamahas. Justin Barsha on the 51 out front. Throws it away on the first lap.
Yeah, just landed in a slick spot there. Landed over a little too much, goes down. But man, he had a phenomenal comeback through the pack. Ryan Dungey gets all the way over that jump, the biggest jump on the track, gets around Nicoletti. And once Dungey got up front, he was gone.
That's what it looks like. Dungey on the inside of this left-hand corner after making it over that big obstacle. And he would not be headed from there. Takes the win on the number 5 Red Bull KTM. Jason Anderson, solid run to finish second. Ken Roczen third. Nicoletti would hold on for fourth. So good ride for Dunge. 27-second lead. Sounds familiar with the way things have gone this year, just with a different rider. Here are the results from that moto. We mentioned Nicoletti, a solid 4th, Baggett 5th. Pike, Tickle, Seeley, Barsha, Noren round out the top 10. Good rides for those guys, especially Barsha, 40th to 9th. Good start for Ken Roczen on the number 1. He enters turn 1 in 4th, knifes underneath the field. Great move, takes over the lead. And your motosport.com pole shot, he pulled away from there. Ryan Dungey here in the orange, number 5, going to work. He'd make the pass here on Cole Seeley to get into second. When you combine the results from earlier today and from this race, that makes Dungey your overall winner. Roczen will go on to win this individual moto. So both of those riders have something to be happy about. Roczen, though, probably wishes he could have done a little better in the race earlier today, so he could have gotten that overall win. Here are your Moto2 results. Blake Baggett 3rd, Anderson, Seeley, Barsha, a good battle, 4, 5, 6. This is on board with Alex Martin, who has our Fram helmet cam. A bunch of riders get in front of him, and then someone hits him from behind, and he goes down. Not the way you want to start your day. And for good measure, he would have another crash trying to come through the pack. Adam Cianciarulo was running second behind Musquin. About halfway through this one, just hooks that run, goes down hard, would get back up, but that would cost him. He'd finish 5th, losing 3 positions there. Jeremy Martin, Jesse Nelson, and Joey Savacci getting by. Musquin had the whole shot. Here are the results from that one. You mentioned the top 5. Bisceglia 6th. Again, that ties his season best. Aldridge, a late charge, able to get around Plessinger to steal 7th. Osborne, the local guy, 9th. And McElrath, also who grew up riding on this track, finishes up in 10th on the Lucas Oil Troy Lee KTM. So that's your top 10 in this moto. We got Alex Martin here running our Fram cam on the Cycle Trader Rock River Yamaha, but he gets buried.
Yeah, well, that's, product of not having a good start. Too many guys on that first turn. He gets taken down. Miserable day for both motos down the first turn. Then round the outside. Aaron Plessinger, welcome to the front. But look behind him. Marvin Musquin makes, he's going to look at that. That was a dumb mistake on his part. You see Bisceglia getting held up. Right buried in the back of the pack, but Marvin put on a great charge.
He would come back, but meanwhile, Plessinger into the lead. You saw him take it, and Martin finally gets him halfway through. took for Martin to finally get around his rookie teammate. Great ride for Plessinger. Once Martin had the lead, you know what comes next. Checkered flag victory for him. Jesse Nelson would climb up to finish second. Adam Cianciarulo would hold off Musquin. Great comeback for Marvin as you look at the results here to come from that first turn or first lap crash to fourth. So well done for him.
In the post-race press conference, Ryan Dungey told us that his Red Bull KTM squad has come up with some new suspension settings that have added a lot to the balance of the bike and gives them better feel. Where Ken Roczen and his crew, well, they seem to miss the mark in Moto 1, but come back strong in Moto 2. So if the Soaring Eagle Jimmy John's team can get that sorted out before Moto 1, we're going to see some good close racing from these guys very soon. And of course, you can check out the next Pro Motocross from High Point in Pennsylvania. First Moto Live on MAV TV, 1 p.m. Then a channel switch to NBC-SN for Moto 2 coverage. That begins at 3 p.m. on the East Coast. The WMX Series raced up on Sunday at Muddy Creek. Marissa Markelin getting the win, going 2-1 over Kylie Fosnock, who went 3-2 for second. Looking at the points, Markelin has closed the gap now to only 6 points with 3 rounds remaining in the championship. And that is our motocross segment presented by Acherbys. Next, our road race segment presented by Yoshimura. Now, last week, we didn't get to show you highlights from the hotly contested Moto America Super Sport class, where the smaller displacement bikes race. So how about this? From race 2 at Road America, the players are number 2 Wheels in Motion Josh Herron, Yamalube Yes Graves Motorsports Yamaha duo of number 31 Garrett Gerloff and number 95 JD Beach. The last lap up the hill, the checkered flag waiting, Beach in third, super draft and pass. They didn't even know who won, but we did. Beach with the W. Margin of victory, 9 thousandths of a second. That was some race. Race 1 had Josh Herron take the win with JD Beach keeping it upright in the rain-soaked race in fourth. But race 2, what you just saw, 12 hundredths of a second, the margin from first to third. Tommy Puerta holds on to a solid 5th place finish. After 7, Beach and Herron are all tied up, and with 3 wins apiece, David Anthony, the first non-Yamaha in the bunch, tied with Puerta at 76 points. You can catch Moto America's live streaming coverage in a couple of places. The premier Superbike class shows up on MotoTrendOnDemand.com all weekend long. The Super Sport stuff, fanschoice.tv. Check both sites for times and streaming. World Superbike stopped in Algarve, Portugal over the weekend, and after a crash in Superpole qualifying, Kawasaki's Johnny Ray was able to snag victory in race 1 and race 2, his 4th double and 10th win of the season. The gap now over 100 points, past halfway. Things are looking good for Ray. And a quick look at World Supersport results, with American PJ Jacobsen switching teams mid-season. His first race on a new team, and blammo, back on the podium with a 3rd. Incredible race for the win, though. PJ still holding on to 3rd in the points. I'm telling you, he's due for a win soon. Go PJ. MotoGP is racing in Spain this weekend. Catch the race action on Fox Sports 1 beginning at 7:30 a.m. East, 4:30 on the left coast. That's Sunday morning. Just party and stay up for the races. That's what I do. And that's our road race segment presented by Yoshimura. And now to one of my favorites, Hillclimb, as simple as it gets. I have a motorcycle, my buddy Gloop has a motorcycle, over there's a hill, and I say, hey, Gloop, want to race? First to the top wins. Hillclimb. Well, the 2015 AMA Pro Hillclimb Series kicked off at Middle Tennessee Dragway in conjunction with the Tennessee Hog Rally on May 30th. Roll the video, Gloop. 3 classes in this one. Pro Sport, which is basically 450 motocross bikes with long swing arms and paddle tires, where Johnny Curry topped all with a 10.420 second ride. Margin of victory over Nick Briggs, 0.154 of a second. Next up, Extreme, 451 to 700 cc or 750 if you're a fan of the twin. No real rules after that, so build them how you like them. Number 1 plated John Kester set an early Extreme pace at a 7.979 first run. But it was the second run up the hill that would prove the winner for number 3 Phil Libhart. He'd go 7.557 to beat the mark set by Vincent Muzzolilli by 0.350 of a second. The premier class now, the unlimited class, where you get over 751cc engines in this one. On the first run, number 172 John Kester went 7.678, with number 2 Jay Salstrom coming very close on his second shot up the hill, 7.698. But it was 2/100ths of a second shy of the win. This is the battle for the number 1 plate. All strong competitors and very fast hill climbers. Round 2 happened this weekend. We should have highlights on next week's show. Hillclimb spark your interest? Check out round 3 in Freemansburg, PA on the 14th, or New Hampshire just 3 days after that. Michigan on July 19th, and 2 in Pennsylvania in September, with the finale on October 11th in Oregonia, Ohio. Last week, several of the AMA Pro Flat Track stars showed up in Austin, Texas for the inaugural running of the X Games for dirt track. The track was rough and not the best for racing, and on the final lap, #1 Jared Mees leading, his chain broke, and Crosley Radio's Brian Smith rode on to grab the gold, slamming Sammy Halbert silver, Factory Harley stud Brad Baker the bronze. On Sunday, the 8th round of the 2015 AMSOIL Grand National Cross Country Series presented by Maxxis rolled up to Sunday Creek Raceway in Millfield, Ohio for the 26th annual running of the Weisco John Penton GNCC, where Air Group Rockstar Energy Husqvarna's Ryan Sipes arrived just in time from doing the Pro Motocross race in Tennessee to try and put a stop to the freight train known as Caleb Russell. Sipes wasn't the only one looking to grab victory away from the factory FMF KTM mounted Russell, as Rockstar Energy Husqvarna's Josh Strang was the one on the gas as the green flag flew, grabbing the $250 All Balls Racing XC1 Whole Shot Award. But the #1 was close in tow. After that, Russell soon took the lead. Sipes would follow Russell on lap 1, along with Rockstar Energy Husqvarna's Andrew DeLong and NFAB Ampro Yamaha's Grant Baylor close. But this was another Russell-dominated race, and when the 6 laps were done, it ended up finishing 1 minute 37 seconds ahead of Sipes. An exciting battle came just behind Russell and Sipes as Grant Baylor and Thad Duvall battled to the checkers. Baylor would cover his line and cross the finish line 1 second ahead of Duvall. But this one, all KR won.
Got out in the lead, and then I just, put down 1 sprint lap, and then I, kind of managed the rest of the day, just race management, course management.
Russell extends to 88, but all eyes on Sipes. He's getting this GNCC thing figured out. Now, what will he do? Next round in 2 weeks at Snowshoe. Pumped to see how that goes. A good one in the XC2 Lights class is Ryan Lojak led lap 1, Ricky Russell lap 2, Nick Davis on lap 4, holding on all the way to the end to take the win and grab some well-needed points. Jason Thomas gained more ground on Ricky Russell to extend to 52. Hey, if you have one of them fancy TV box things, don't forget to check out GNCC Racing on NBC Sports Network. June 13th at 12:30 p.m. East, it's the Limestone 100 on TV. A quick note, congrats to Mike Brown on his Austin X Games Endurocross win. The timeless stud earned his 3rd X Games gold medal with that one, and doing it with a host of top names behind him in the process. Way to go, Brownie. We now add 2 wheels in GNCC, but take you back to Saturday, where working his way through the XC1 pack, NFAB Ampro Yamaha's Walker Fowler would come from behind to claim his 4th win at round 8 of the 2015 AMSOIL GNCC Series presented by Maxxis, and here's how it happened. Off the start, it was Bithell Racing Maxxis Precision's Chris Bithell grabbing the $250 AMSOIL Whole Shot Award and led the pack into the woods. Bithell held the lead for the first 2 laps of the race before falling to the pressure of Fowler. Then he suffered a mechanical on lap 4, causing him to drop back to 12th. Fowler pulled away from the rest of the XC1 Pro Pack, holding the lead for the last half of the race. Points leader Adam McGill would cross the line 31 seconds after Fowler in 2nd place, followed by Maxxis B. Neal Motorsports' Bryson Neal. Chris Borge continues his up and down season, finishing in the 5th spot, but the day belongs to Fowler.
I'm super happy to get this win in my home state. Love winning here, love racing here. The fans are awesome, and gotta love that moto track. They're a little styling, so had a great time and a great day, and we're ready to go.
McGill still holds on, but it shrunk a bit, now 18. We have 1 more round before the big summer break, and I know McGill wants to win to relax a bit and have fun during the summer. Hey folks, we want to let you know that the AMA has put up the 2015 ISDE t-shirts for sale. They're $25 and every dollar goes towards supporting the ISDE team. And they spend $12,000 just in gas for the bikes, more than $1,500 on food and water. So help the team and the riders like Trophy Team Captain Mike Brown, along with Thad Duvall, Taylor Robert, Caleb Russell, Ryan Sipes, and Gary Sutherland, as well as a host of others in other classes, compete by getting a t-shirt. I got one for myself and Gloop. Go to AmericanMotorcyclist.com or the link in our description for more. Hey, get out and watch some racing. Pro Motocross is in Mount Morris, PA on Saturday. Moto America races up Barber Motorsports Park all weekend, Birmingham, Alabama. MotoGP is in Catalunya in Spain, just in case you're there. ATV MX in Walnut, Illinois, just 2 hours west of Chicago. No excuses, do that. WMX races Friday in Mount Morris, PA, just before the Pro Moto race. And the National Enduro is in Upton, Wyoming on the 14th. Have fun.
The Racer X Show with Greg White is being presented by Cherubies, Soul and Passion, and by Yoshimura, the leader in performance exhausts.
That is it for us this time, heading to High Point, about 15 minutes up the road from our Morgantown, West Virginia studio here. I hope to see you there on Saturday. Well, for the fine crew here at the Racer X Show and Racer TV, we thank you for watching, and keep it locked here all the time, because we are all racing all the time. Bye-bye.